Hello everybody. Today we are going to talk about 4.8f, finding equations from the roots. So you are going to find the equations from the roots which are complex numbers. So now before we start the lesson, can you start to do now? So find the equations when the zeros are -8 and 0, but write it in the standard form. Okay, about 3 minutes. Okay, let's go over together. So when the zeros are -8 and 0, we know that we can write the x equal to -8 and x equal to 0, right? They are the zeros. How do you find the factors? If you remember Kim's method, so you know this will give you -8, x equal to -8 give you what? X plus 8, right? You change the sign. Or if you move the -8 to the other side, what happened? It becomes x plus 8 equal to 0, right? When you find the 0, you set each factor equal to 0 and solve the x. That's why x becomes -8. So you move here, that equal to 0, then this left side is the factor. So x plus 8 and x minus 0. But x minus 0 is the same with what? X, right? So this is your equation, but we call this as a factored form. Then we need to convert into the standard form. How? You just distribute because you have only one term here, x. So x times x is x squared, and 8 times x is 8x. And you are done. All right, let's go to today's lesson. So it's a multiple choice question, but you don't need to answer now. I want you to understand about conjugate. What is conjugate? So if you use a quadratic formula for quadratic equation, how many solutions are there? How many solutions? Two solutions, right? Always if you look at the quadratic formula, negative b plus minus square root b squared minus 4a over 2a. So there is a plus minus. So I want you to understand, if 1 minus I is a solution, then there is a pair, other solution, which is 1 plus I. This imaginary part has a plus minus, right? So a plus bi, we call it conjugate. A minus bi is also a root of the quadratic equation. So please always, there are pairs for imaginary solutions, or later we will talk about irrational solution also. Irrational, which has a square root, right? So a plus bi has another pair, a minus bi. Okay, then how do you find out this equation? Let's do it together. First, solution. These zeros are x value, right? So we set this x equal to 1 minus I. Or you can do the 1 plus I, which is a conjugate, doesn't matter. You will see why. 1 plus I, 1 minus I will give you the same equation, because both of them came from anyway, same equation. Now what should we do? We should isolate I, because you should remember, original equation doesn't have a I or a square root, right? Then we should eliminate that. How do you eliminate? By squaring it. So before you squaring it, you should isolate I alone. That's the point, right? So if you isolate negative I, then you should move 1 to here. Then what happened? It becomes x minus 1, right? Equal to negative I. You move the 1 to the other side. And then to remove I, we square both sides. If you square, it happen like this. And then simplify. Now you know how to x minus 1 square is x minus 1 times x minus 1. right? And then you FOIL it, you will get x squared minus x plus 1. But minus x become minus 2x plus 1, right? And negative I squared. Why is a negative 1? Didn't I say that negative square is negative is positive? Yeah, this negative became positive. So positive and the I square. So what is I square equal to? Negative 1, right? Now, finally, what do? You move negative 1 to other side by inverse operation, plus 1 both sides. So x squared minus 2x plus 2 equal to 0, which is choice 2 is the answer. No. Choice 4 is the answer, right? So you should be careful. So this is it. So you understand? Just let's remember, set x equal to that solution 0, and then isolate imaginary number. When it is irrational, also irrational number, and then square both sides to eliminate I and then simplify. That's it. It's very easy, right? Now, this is error analysis. So if the root is 3 plus 2i and you solve for original equation, can you identify the mistake and then correct them? Can you do it? So which step is error? Let's start, go step by step now. X equal to the 3 plus 2i. But you can say 3 minus 2i will give you the same answer as you saw in the example, right, just before. And then x minus 3 equal to 2i. And to eliminate I, don't divide it by 2. We don't want have any fraction. So you just square both sides. Then x minus 3 square equal 2i square. And then you simplify. X minus 3 square is x minus 3 times x minus 3. And then 2 square, I square. 2 square is 4, right? And then you should do what? FOIL, right? X squared minus 3x plus 9. Oh, what happened? X squared minus 9. This is the error, right? So you should have what? X squared minus 3x, and then this is not minus 9 also, plus 9 equal to 4 negative 1. So step 5 was error. So let's go and you should change like. And then you simplify. Combine like terms. Minus 6x, right? And then move negative 4 to this side by plus 4. So combine, and then you will have 13. All right. So if you look at the packet, you will see 5 questions. Please finish everything and then turn them in. All right. Bye.